in blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. In today's video, I'm doing another cheap art supply challenge using the Art 101 crayons. So these crayons, they came with one of those Art 101 beginner artist kits that your parents get you for Christmas when you ask for art supplies and they don't really know what to get you, so they get you those big boxes that come with all these different art supplies, markers, pencils, paints, but all of them kind of suck a little bit. Yeah, these crayons were in that kit. If you saw yesterday's video, I'm using a lot of the same techniques I used for my Crayola crayon challenge video. So if you haven't seen that video yet, the link will be down below in the description box and floating at the end of this video. But yeah, so I'm using the same techniques for that, using a scissor to kind of scratch some of that wax off to get a lighter pigmentation, and layering different crayons to blend them together. Originally, I had no idea what I was going to draw and didn't really plan much for this video, and I ended up doing kind of a landscape piece since this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and some of my friends have suggested that I do some landscapes. And I guess since this is art supply that I don't use very often, I thought I might as well just try it out with a new art supply and a new subject that I'm not used to drawing very often. Because I knew I would be scratching a lot of the wax off with the scissors, I tried to think very carefully where I was placing things, because even if I layered a crayon over another and then scratch off that layer, the bottom crayon in that layer will be the pigment on the paper. not a mix of both of them, how the wax looks on top. So as you can see for the sky, I'm layering the darker colors like that peach, pink, and blue first, and then with the white blending them all together into the spaces so I can see what the sky would look like when I do scratch off all the wax. As usual, the greenery was my favorite part of this piece, and I think it was mostly because the crayons are very bold and big and you can't really make small lines and specific details with them. So it was nice to kind of have this freeing art style with these crayons that I can just layer different greens and yellows on top of each other, and you get the idea that it's a tree or a bush or a flower. I really like the technique that I used to create the mountains in the background by adding the darker color first, that black, and then going in with the two different tones of gray that I had, and then over that having the white. So when I scratched off that layer, I really got a really good definition of where the edges of the rocks were and where the peaks and the points were, and I think it came out really well. So this is where the magic started to happen, where I was removing those different layers of wax to get the different tone range and different pigments of the colors under that layer of wax that was covering it. And it was really fun. It was kind of like either a scratch ticket or an etch-a-sketch or one of those things where it has a black coating over it, and when you scratch it there's different colors and like thermal rainbow colors under, and you can create a drawing off of that. That's kind of the idea behind this that I kind of get, or nostalgia, I guess. After scratching off a lot of the wax, I noticed a lot of places were a little bit too light for my taste, so I went over it again with some of the crayons, especially in the mountains, some of the greenery, and a little bit in the sky. I also ended up adding a little sun in the background and scratching that off, and then adding my signature and finishing up this piece. So there we go. Here's my finished piece using Art 101 cheap crayons. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya!